What up, IDS Mob? Your dating coach, HarryWilmington here. And I got a question from a guy that wants to know, how do you balance the fine line between contacting a woman and not contacting her, but knowing how long to not contact her for when she's pulled away? And this is a response to the video I did called 5 Ways to Respond When She Starts to Pull Away, because there are going to be some women when you're dating them that, for whatever reason, you're contacting them a lot in the beginning, and then you start to notice that their texting starts to go off a bit, or they're not responding as fast to you. And so this is what I call the pull away test. And a lot of guys think when I say pull away test, it means the woman is purposely trying to test you to see, if I pull away, will he respond back? But it's really more so a test of a man's willpower and his ability to read what's going on and adjust accordingly. And it's also honestly a test of his temperament, because when most women start to pull away, guys immediately go into, I need to fix something to make her want to contact me more. And what I have found is that if you are a guy that is patient and willing to wait when she pulls back, that women will often come back to you. But guys are going to think, okay, she's pulling away. How long do I wait before I reach out to her? And so this is what this guy's asking. He says, it's a fine line not contacting them in a long period of time. They can lose interest altogether. How do you prevent that? So I think what he's speaking to is this, is that, let's say you've been talking to a woman for a bit, and then maybe you've been testing too much, maybe you've seen her too much, and so for whatever reason, she starts to pull back a bit, right? So what he's asking is, okay, so, I suggest to you guys, if a woman is pulling back, that you give her the space that she needs to pull back, and you don't barrage her with text and calls and let's hang out together, whatever, right? And so I found that when you do that, that a woman that has legitimate interest in you, she will eventually reach out to you. Now, you may ask yourself, okay, but then why does she pull away? And this goes to the fact that too many men think that they need to contact the woman all the time in order to build her interest. What that actually does to the woman is it makes her feel pressured, and it makes her feel as though you're already there in terms of wanting her in a relationship capacity. And if she's not there yet, then it makes her feel like it's too much too soon, things are moving too fast, and subconsciously, she needs to slow this train down. And so the best way that her brain has thought up how to do this is to pull back a bit, thinking, okay, if he's going to keep contacting me, I need to be the one to contact him less, so that way there won't be as much interaction between us. And subconsciously, the reason she's doing that is because her subconscious brain knows that she needs time away from you in order to think about you, feel things about you, analyze your behaviors to see if they're matching up, if they're congruent, and allowing her brain to get to the natural conclusion that you're safe to trust, you're cool to be around, right? And so when she pulls away, that means that you have not been building in that time for her, which means that you've been going on dates and then giving her good night text, and then texting her all the next day, and the next day, hitting up her Snapchat, her Instagram, her Facebook. And this is why I tell you guys that women need that space. They need that time, right? So all I have to say, when a woman pulls away and you give her time, if she was legitimately highly interested in you, it may just be her brain needs to see that if she pulls away from you a bit, that you're not going to freak out, you're not going to panic, and that it's going to give her time to think about you enough to build back up those feelings she had and then come back at your full force. At which point, when she does that, she will reach out to you with something like, hey, hi, how you doing? What's been up? She'll send you a meme or an emoji of some kind, right? But she will initiate some form of contact that's supposed to signal to you, okay, I'm cool to talk to again. Now, men think that if she pulls away and they, read what she's doing and decide, okay, she's pulling away, so I'm not going to reach out to her, that if too much time goes by where he's not initiating contact, then she's going to lose interest and go away. And what I'm here to tell you is that a woman who does that already had low interest in you. And so at that point, her pulling away wasn't because she needed time to think about you or miss you. It was because she was generally not wanting to be with you and didn't know how to say that to your face and was ghosting you. All right. And I stress this because I don't want guys thinking that the reason the woman lost interest is because she pulled away, and then because he didn't chase after her or try to contact her, that gave her all she needed to know to dump this guy. All right. Because I need you to look at how high interest in women works. When woman has high interest, then she wants you to know that she likes you. She wants you to know that your company is wanted. And so if you go too long not contacting a woman that you already in the process of dating and is highly interested, but just needed a bit of time away from you, maybe you hadn't built that in, then once she's had that time that she needed, she will reach out and say, hey, what's going on? What's up? Let's hang out again. Or hey, what are you up to? Yada, yada, yada. At which point you can make the moves that you need to make to reconnect with her and then try to ask her out at some point in the future, right? So don't buy into the lie that the reason women are losing interest is because they pulled away and, oh, you didn't chase after the recent. That's never been a thing. And if it has been a thing, the women that did that were attention seekers that couldn't just rely on, your presence being enough to prove that you actually liked them and wanted to be around them, which means they've had some toxic situations in the past that they dealt with. But the point is that that's not your concern because you're not the toxic guy she's coming up against, right? So if in her past, she's pulled away from guys and they've been chasing after her or whatever, and she's like, oh, see, this is like blah, blah, blah. They're like, you don't need to be around that kind of girl. Because again, women that like you help you, women that don't won't. So women that has a good head on her shoulders, and that is all about trying to let you know that she likes you, that she wants you around. If she pulls away for a little bit, she will always reach back. Now, some of you guys don't understand the timing of this also because some women, they'll just need a couple of days. They'll pull away for a couple of days, and then they'll reach out and say, hey, what's going on? Let's meet up, right? But some of you guys in the beginning of the dating phase are doing all the wrong things. You're contacting her too much, texting her all the time, trying to constantly ask her out. You're always buying her flowers and candy and all this other stuff. You're doing so many things wrong that a woman might need much more time away from you. I'm talking weeks or possibly months away from you because that first impression of you that she got when she was dating you was so bad or so intense or so too much that she doesn't believe at the point that she's pulling away that you could ever be different. And so her brain might need to give her months away from you to be able to show, oh, okay, that guy was dating a while back. I thought was just all desperate and needy and would possibly fall apart if we weren't dating anymore. It's been a few months. He hasn't harassed me. He hasn't overcalled me. He hasn't texted me at all. He's been leaving me alone. Maybe I was tripping. Maybe he didn't need as much of my attention as I thought he would need. Maybe he won't actually fall apart if I'm not around, which is what women actually need to see. Because women that date men who completely fall apart when they show signs of disinterest, those in women's head are the women that end up getting hurt and unaligned by those guys. And so this is why you can't seem so obsessed or so ready to just automatically jump to a relationship with a woman because you're thinking by doing that, it's showing her that you're already fully invested. And what it's giving her is the vibes of this guy's potentially a stalker. This guy's potentially going to bring me harm if he doesn't get his way with me, and I don't need that. So those women, when they're seeing you do all the things in the beginning, they might pull away for a few months and then start missing the things that they did like about you. And at that point, they're hoping, okay, if I get back in touch with him, then it means I have feelings for him, but it means that they're still budding feelings, and I'm hoping he's changed some of that needy behavior to a guy that's more confident. Because by him not reaching out to me all the time and contacting me all the time during these past few months, it showed me that clearly he wasn't going to be overly obsessed with me. I'll give him another shot. And then when guys mess up his day, of course, they get back into it, then they start showing all the signs they were showing before, and the woman goes away. But the point is this: so even if a woman is taking months on end to get back to you, that woman will still show that she has an interest at some point by coming back to you and contacting you first. So either way, the point is this, is that if a woman pulls away, she will still have interest in you, and you'll know that when she comes back and reinitiates that contact. Women that don't do that, it's not because they lost interest because you didn't reach out. It's because their interest was low to begin with, and whatever actions you did gave them the excuse that they needed to leave. And so to that I say, do not try to contact those women again. Because a woman that goes away because you didn't contact her enough, she was using it as an excuse. And so if you try to get in contact with her, she's going to be like, oh, no, I gave you a shot, but you stopped contacting me, even though she stopped contacting you first, right? So just read that, recognize it for what it is, and understand when women like you, they will reach out to you. They will let you know that they want to see you and that they want you to want to see them. It's very simple. But in terms of the pull away aspect of things, yes, if a woman pulls away for a bit, give her that space. Go do other things. Go hang with friends you haven't seen. Continue to date other women. Hey, you're not in a relationship yet, so you don't actually owe her all this commitment that you would probably try to give her in the first place, which is actually the thing that was scaring her off in the beginning. And you'll find that the more patient you are in your dating life, the more likely it's going to be that you're going to get the women you want. Now, obviously, if you haven't had a chance to really train in that sort of thing, you don't know what you're doing, then it could be very problematic, and you might be unaware of some of the very bad dating patterns that you're doing that are causing you to lose women. To that end, I say check out my new training where it goes through the 3 major dating habits that most guys are showing that is causing you to lose women and what to do instead. You check that out for free at the website. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching this. If you like what you saw here, be sure to subscribe, give a like to this video. Also, show your support by way of sending me a Cash App at $HarryWilmington or leaving a super chat here on YouTube. And of course, I'll be back with more videos designed to help you date as your introverted self while still getting your precious alone time. For now, I'm out. Peace.
You's a bad boy, but you can't stop, won't stop. You a high earning, high value, high class man. You a high earning, high value, high class man. You a high earning, high value, high class man. You a high class man. You a high class man. You a high earning, high value, high class.